Hello, this is Lady Grace. Happy Halloween, everyone. Here is your reading, just for a general reading for Halloween in the spirit of this time. I used the Halloween Oracle deck for today, so this is the one that I'm using. But this is a general reading for you, whoever comes across, see if any of this resonates. Of course, it's done for the highest good. So what I was getting for the first card, so the first card that I pulled, and I'm still getting my stand, guys, so just gotta be patient, is the apple. So risk and reward. And so interesting, today I've been getting a lot of kind of messages, similar messages, like it's time to keep taking the risk in your mind that you feel that you need to take in order to attain what it is that you want. It's kind of like, I kept getting like, what the heck are you waiting for at this point? And that's always to me as well, right? So, I mean, I am doing a lot of things that are a bit out of my comfort zone. But that's the only way we can actually change and to attain the things that we actually want. We cannot attain what we want, what we desire, where we currently are. Like, I know that's hard, but you can't be the same person and get the desire, because that person that has the desire is totally different than the person you are, right? So taking the risk is worth the reward in many times, right? So I think I'm getting, you've waited enough, now it's time. Take the action to do what it is that you're really wanting to do at this point. Even if it's a small action, it'll make a huge difference in the outcome. So ancestors, the love and legacy of our DNA. So it's an interesting time of year. So in Norse, Halloween would be the time where you put out offerings so you can receive blessings in return, so that you can survive and thrive in the fall and the winter times, right? Because it was a bit harder to survive in the north, right? So ancestors are there to assist us, okay? Now, I'm going to say it from the light way. So the ancestors are there to assist us. Call on the ones that you know, or I would say I'd only call on the ones that are there to assist in your evolution, to help you through something. There's some aspects from back in the day that are things that we don't necessarily want to call on. So again, you got to use your own discernment when it comes to these things, as to what is your best and highest good. So I always ask my higher self to assist me, my angels, and then see if that's what you feel is meant for you, okay? But always remember, if you gravitate to things like magic, you generally tend to have it in your ancestry, right? So it's usually awakened at a certain time in your life due to a trigger of some sort, which means that some people in your ancestry may have the similar gifts that can help you, but they'll come to you naturally. And again, they'll never force you to do anything or tell you to do things you shouldn't do. Okay, it's not them then. You know what I mean? So this is where you have to be very good with discernment, and protection, especially when you're beginning out with contacting. So if you're not okay with that, that's fine. You know what I mean? Do meditations to evolve yourself, and naturally that magic that comes from the ancestors will come through you. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do fancy things. So, because I'm getting in some people that will gravitate this work, will be a little bit more in the beginning. Some will be more advanced. It depends on what I speak of, right? So I always say to people, though, you always use your discernment and ask for your protection and your highest guides to come when you're doing your working, so that you know that you're working and it's working for your highest evolution, right? Evolution isn't always easy, though. I'm just going to tell you. It's not. People always say highest good, and I say evolution. So sometimes things can be tricky, difficult, and that's because it's there to help push you past your comfort zone, like I was talking about, right? So, but always just use your protection in the spirit realm when you're doing anything, especially during this time of Halloween when the veil is very thin, right? And do particular protections around your home and when you sleep tonight as well, especially if you have ability. So if you are naturally psychic, You have to learn protection first. I'm just going to be real. This is for someone. You need to learn what your energy is, what your energy is not, even though we are all one. That's true, okay? But we are in a realm where there's distinguished and different energies, okay? So when you're learning about how to work with the other side or do even readings, things like that, you have to understand what is yours and what is not yours. So what it comes down to is practicing grounding and protection for a while before you can even open up. At least I would recommend that highly, because then you know what's coming through is for you and for your highest good and whoever you're giving messages to, okay? So the last card I got was Death. The eternal cycle begins here. So when you're taking a risk to move towards something, you're trying to undo a cycle. So a lot of times, sometimes our ancestors I'm noticing are coming through so that there's certain people that have been incarnated now that are to end the cycle of something within a line, okay? So it could be many things that you're transmuting that like will actually heal some of the lines. So if you're one of those people and you feel that that is you, you have to be brave to, I don't know what kind of word it would be, like question your reality, question your beliefs, because our beliefs actually do come from our ancestors. Think about it, it's been passed down, passed down, passed down. Is that's how we survive, kind of thing. Is people don't realize it's through beliefs, through ideology, it's through programming. So when you're questioning your programming, you are going up against what your ancestors had difficulty with, okay? Some programs are great, right? If you're really good with abundance, great program, you know what I mean? But if you believe life is a struggle and you'll always struggle with resources, not a good program, right? So it's time to end that program. And you do that through whatever way gravitates to you. It's through basically deprogramming the subconscious mind of the beliefs that don't serve you, and then kind of allowing or reinstalling beliefs that actually help you, which will in turn help you and the line and your ancestry and your line, right? So your ancestors generally will support you in this because they do want the line to survive and to thrive, right? So, because you think about it, your ancestors could be born in your line in the future. So they want, the resources. They want to have freedom. They want to, right? They want to have all of these things. So why wouldn't they help you if you think about it? Of course, call on the ones that you trust, or ask your angels who are the ones that are meant to guide you this time. And the ones that are meant to guide you this time generally come to you naturally, okay? They won't scare you. All right, they won't, like I said, they won't say things that scare you or make you do things you know what I mean? Like, use discernment, guys. Sorry, I'm using this word a lot because of this particular day of Halloween. As beautiful as it is, the veil is very thin. So it is a good time to really exercise your energetic muscle and muscle of discernment. So again, you will be on the path that you really want for your ultimate goals and desires. It's okay if you get off path. It's not a big deal, okay? I'm just saying, to save you time, save you grief, take a pause and figure out what it is that you really want, and see if the information you're getting is going to take you closer or farther from what it is that you want, okay? So death this time of year is to really look at, I would say, go in the underworld and look at the beliefs that are causing you pain, that are causing you struggle, and that are not helping you attain the desires that you actually have. Because then what good are they? They are not serving you. Okay? So a lot of these beliefs that we have that we think are true are just half truths. Look at the Kabbalion, right? So if you want to look at, the way I ask myself is, if it's always true, is I see, is there anyone in my reality that I can see that have surpassed it, right? And if there is, then it's not an ultimate truth, right? So, things like healing. Can I heal this? Have I seen someone do it? Oh, they have. Okay, so that means you can. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you need to do that so that your mind will go, okay, I guess it's a possibility. Sometimes you have to instill doubt in the mind when it comes to something that you want to change. because then it'll be more open, because it does want you safe. It wants to ultimately assist you, even though it does limit us greatly now, okay? Because we're moving from a survival paradigm to a thriving paradigm, okay? So it's time to let go of all this stuff now. This is the time, is the fall. December, let it go. And then you can seed new things, right? So sometimes it's, like I said, it's about deprogramming. It's about taking out stuff that doesn't serve you. And then so that, you know, in the winter we can let it all kind of transmute, decay, transmute, and then it becomes a new energy. It becomes a seed of something new. So think of the cycles that way. Think of this time of year that way. It is just a frightening time of year because our ego doesn't like that. It doesn't like that it could be that, well, it's changed, or it's gonna, I hate to say it, not deleted, it'll never be deleted, but it'll be put in the back seat of the car, basically, because your higher self's supposed to be driving, right? So of course that will elicit fear, but there's no reason for it, okay? So this is the message from today for this beautiful Halloween. I never asked, but if you would like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it, because I'd like to get my messages out there more. So I'm Lady Grace. I'm an oracle reader, a rune reader, and an energy healer. Also, I have my Etsy shop sale today for Halloween. I did it for today into November 3rd, 20% off everything. So I'll put the link below this video. So happy Halloween! Take care of yourselves.